So here we are at Amar, which is a 16th century estate with the original house being built in 1563, I believe it was. And we're very fortunate because we're sitting in the foothills of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the amazing and majestic Tramontana mountain range. This beautiful courtyard, very historic. The charm is obvious as soon as you enter into it. We're open to the sky and the whole creation is absolutely as it was. I know the house has had repairs over the centuries, but basically the house remains in its original format. So to our eternal gratitude, it was in 1963 that the late owners, Damian Sigui and Cristobal, opened the house up to what was quite a simple restaurant. It was a barbecue with suckling pig being the favourite offering of the day. And they also had some live entertainment, and the guests had a lot of fun, especially with the wine that was poured into their mouths, their upturned faces and their mouths open, ready to receive the wine from the traditional wine pitcher of Poran. So here we have the Tafona, which is the original building where the olives were crushed. This is an agricultural area, and we have much land here for the agriculture, and we still have the olives and we have the lemons and the oranges, so we're still doing nicely with the almonds too. So this was the original Tafona, where in 1963 some of the first shows were staged in this area. So here we are on Amar's stage, empty stage sadly, and it's certainly one of the very best stages in Europe. Backstage is also one of the largest backstage areas in Europe, so we're going to take a little peek into the backstage area now. We may not be able to put on one of our wonderful shows at the moment, but as soon as you come backstage here, there's a certain ambience. Well, it's probably more the smell of the grease paint and the blood, sweat and tears of past performers that we've gathered over the years. But here I wanted to show you, for example, just one of the costumes from one of the sets. And this is a toreador's jacket, which is actually a real toreador's jacket with protective linings and everything. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is the toreador's cape, which you'll see the dancers swirling over the head, but it's a real toreador's cape, and you know that because it stands on its own, unaided, unassisted. So many aspects of the stage have been built and added so that we can improve the artists' performances, make them safer, and to also add to the pleasure that the audience see with all these little things that we use. So we have no less than 9 separate curtains, and with the very latest technology we can produce 5D experiences, something well worth seeing. So during this time in 2020 we haven't been able to bring you live performances, but we've not wasted our time. We've been preparing and planning to be able to bring you even more dazzling performances than ever before. So all these new amazing plans we have are nothing without you. All we want is you to be here again and fill our auditorium and enjoy every performance that we can bring to you. This is a theatre. It's a live theatre. Our performances are live performers, live audiences, live interaction. Everything is live. So no one performance is the same. There are no sanitized scenes here. The only things that's sanitized here are the seats and the tables and the bathrooms for your safety. For me, it's a complete privilege to be able to watch the live performances of artists who've been honing their skills for basically the whole of their lives. It's a real thrill. It's part of the thrill. And each night we pray that they won't stumble and fall at any point. It's our prayer for them always. Personally, I fell in love with the theatre at a very young age. Sometimes I performed on the stage in a children's concert, but mainly, like all British children, we went to see the pantomimes from when we were really small. And those pantomimes were so exciting. It was just that we choked almost on trying to scream out to our hero, the unsuspecting hero, "He's behind you!" And the nice thing is, our hero could hear us. And it must have been some of the earliest performances of transvestite acts, because the principal boy was always played by a woman and the dame was always played by a man. Great theatre, great times. Theatre is about the brave who put their hearts, souls and money into the creation and are very proud of everything they do. And here on this small but exquisite island, it's not about making fortunes. And we already know that in advance. What drives us on is the thrill and excitement of a live performance. Producing live shows every evening is a challenge. Every night with fingers crossed that the electricity won't let us down at a crucial moment. Every evening there are dozens of us behind the scenes, pulling the right levers and pushing the right buttons and making sure that we do everything at exactly the right time so that our amazing performers can show you how brilliant they really can be. Our driver is to bring you heart-stopping, breathtaking performances every single evening. We thank Andrew Lloyd Webber for fighting for theatres everywhere. We applaud him and we join him in his fight. What theatre provides is irreplaceable. This industry is extremely important. It's important to the world, it's important to Spain, and it's extremely important to Mallorca. We've been brought to our knees for sure, but we're determined to keep the culture and the history of performance alive and well and bring it all back even stronger than ever. We appeal to you, the government, and you, the people, to bring the culture and history of live performances back again, the way that only live theatre can actually do. We won't stop until we can welcome you back and open our doors once again.